use of TestNG? To generate HTML reports. For the purpose of generating HTML reports, we are taking with TestNG. Similar to that, we are taking with test suite. What is the use of the test suite? What is it? To execute group of test cases. If you want to be get execute, if you want to be get execute group of test cases, then you will be taking with test suite. If you want to be get execute the group of test cases, then you will be taking with the help of test suite here. So now continued with the same, we need to be get implementing with one more feature that we will be taking with log4j. We need to be get implementing with one more feature that we will be taking with log4j. So that particular log4j, the use of log4j, the use of log4j, we need to be get considering that in generating with log file. The use of log4j and the purpose of log4j, we can consider that need to be get taking with having this particular log file. As simple as if your requirement is need to be get generate log file. If your requirement is need to be get generate with the log file, then you will be taking with log4j. As simple as according to the project requirement, based on the project requirement, we need to be get understand that what exactly the required features need to implement it. According to that, first we started with WebDriver. So what is the use of WebDriver? What is the use of WebDriver? To develop automation script. For the purpose of developing with automation script, we used to be get taking with the help of WebDriver. And then we got a requirement of TestNG. What is the use of TestNG? To generate HTML report. That means in our framework, we got a requirement of integrating with the TestNG that we need to be get taking care about in having with HTML report. And after that, we got a requirement of test suite. What is the use of the test suite? What is the use of test suite? To execute group of test cases. And then we got taking with log4j. What is the use of log4j? To generate log file here. For the purpose of generating the log file. So according to your project requirement, need to be get understand that what are all that particular features need to be get implemented. Based on that particular project requirement, we need to be get understand that what are all that particular features need to be get implemented. So that is how according to the requirement, we need to be get take care about in having with all that particular respective features. So previously we got understand that working with WebDriver and then TestNG and then test suite. If we take with the test suite, how we implemented test suite? How we implemented test suite? Taking the help of XML file. We got implemented with the test suite by taking with the help of XML file. In the XML file, you got provided with the tag names of classes and then taking with packages. In that XML, what is the use of classes? In the XML, what is the use of that classes? To execute less number of test cases. And then what is the use of packages? To execute more number of test cases. If you want to get execute less number of test cases, taking with classes. If you want to get execute more number of test cases, then you will be taking with packages. So that is what we got in a following with some steps here. At the same time, according to that particular XML, considering with tag name of classes, one tag name of classes is equal to one tag name of classes is equal to one tag name of classes is equal to one test suite. One tag name of classes is equal to one test suite. Under that, we got tag name of class name. One tag name of class name is equal to one test case. So according to the requirement, we need to take care about in implementing with all that particular step. So you have to follow some step. Implementing TestNG, you created XML, you written some code. Implementing this particular TestNG, you got done with installation and you got annotations. To implement each and every particular feature, you need to get followed with some standards or some steps to be followed. Similar to that, to implement, this particular log4j, to implement this particular log4j also, we need to get followed some step. Let's understand that what exactly that particular steps to be followed. So let's understand that what exactly that particular steps to be followed. Let's see that. So further, make a note of the steps. Make a note of the steps to implement this log4j. So take with the heading steps to implement log4j. Steps to implement log4j. Steps to implement log4j. Steps to implement log4j. Take with the steps. Before that, first write the description. Just write some description. Write the description. To generate log file. To generate log file. To generate log file. Open the bracket and write the statement. Open the bracket and continue the statement. Printing all execution statements. Printing all execution statements. Printing all execution statements in text file. Printing all execution statements in text file. Printing all execution statements in text file. Okay. Close the bracket and take the first step. Close that bracket and take the first step. Close that bracket and take the first step. Write the first step. Create new package. Create new package. Create new package. Within a brackets. Within a brackets. com dot hrms dot utility. com.hrms dot utility. com.hrms dot utility. Close the bracket. Take the next step. Close the bracket and take the next step. Create new class. Create new class. Create new class. Create new class. Within a brackets, log.java. 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 Take the next step. Take the next step. Create new method. Create new method. Create new method. Create new method. Within a brackets, info. Within a brackets, info. Within a brackets, info. Take the next step. Take the next step. Create XML file. Create XML file. Create XML file. Create XML file. Within a brackets, log4j.xml. 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 Okay. Take the next step. Take the next step. Mention that provide. Delete that statement of copy and write the statement provide log4j.xml. Provide log4j.xml related code. Provide log4j.xml related code. Provide log4j.xml related code. Related code. Okay. Take the next step. Download log4j.jar file. Download log4j.jar file to project. Download log4j dot jar file to local system to local system and add to project. Download log4j dot xml. Sorry, log4j dot jar. Log4j dot jar file to local system and add to project. And add to project. Add to project. Okay. Take the next step. Take the next step. Provide log dot info statement. Provide log dot info statement. Provide log dot info statement in all the required functions. Provide log dot info statement in all the required functions. In all the required functions. Provide log dot info statement in all the required functions. Within a brackets, general dot java. General dot java. General dot java. Okay. Take with the next step. Take with the next step. Configure log4j dot xml. Configure log4j dot xml in all the required automation scripts. Configure log4j dot xml in all required automation scripts. All required automation scripts. All required automation script. Take the next step. Execute one test case. Execute one test case or multiple test cases. Execute one test case or multiple test cases using testng. Using testng. Execute one test case or multiple test cases using testng. Okay. So let's see the whole understanding. As simple as previously we done with testng. What is the use of testng? Use of testng to generate HTML reports. For the purpose of generating HTML reports, we are taking with the help of testng. To implement testng, we done with the steps of testng installation. And then we are using testng annotations. That is what the steps he followed. Then you got test suite. Use of the test suite. Use of the test suite to execute group of test cases. For the purpose of executing group of test cases, you are taking with test suite. How you are implementing test suite? How you are taking? How you are implementing test suite? Taking the help of .xml file. You are taking the help of .xml file. In that particular .xml file, you are taking with the help of the code of classes or taking with packages. So to implement each and every particular feature, you need to perform some step in that particular framework. Similar to that, you will be taking with log4j. What is the use of log4j? What is the use of log4j? To generate log file for the purpose of generating the log file. For the purpose of generating the log file, we are taking with the help of log4j. For the purpose of generating the log file, we are taking with the help of log4j. The use of this particular log file, the meaning of log file. What is the meaning of log file? Printing all execution statements in text file. The meaning of log file. See the understanding. First thing, what is the use of log4j? To generate log file. What is the meaning of log file? Printing all execution statements in text file. That means it's not like any new thing you are doing. That log file is nothing but one text file here. In that particular text file, you are taking care about in printing with all the execution statements like application open, application closed, enter username, whatever the execution has been done, all that particular execution statements you are taking into this particular text file here. But rather than considering as a text file, we are considering the log file here. Now see that. So our very first understanding, what is the use of log4j? What is the use of log4j? To generate log file. What is the meaning of log file? Printing all execution statements in text file. This feature need to be get implemented. This feature need to be get implemented. To implement this feature, to implement this particular feature, we have to take care about in following with the step. In that, what is the first step need to be done? What is the first step? Create new package. What should be the package name? com.hrms.utility. It's not like mandatory that you need to be go with the same package name. Based on that particular project, you can provide any of the package name. It doesn't make any problem. We are taking care about in providing that particular respective package name. So first, we are taking care about in creating that particular package. After that, what is the next step? Create new class. What should be the class name? What should be the class name? Log.java. It's mandatory. We need to be get provide class name is log.java. Then you will be taking with. Next step. What is the next step need to be done? Creating with method. What should be the method name? What should be the method name? That method name we need to be get provided as info. Creating the package, creating the class, creating the method, regular steps here. After that, what is the next step? Create XML file. We are already knowing the steps to create XML, followed with the same steps only. We need to get provide that particular respective XML file need to be created. What is the next step? We need to provide log4j dot xml related code. So related to log4j.xml, related to log4j.xml, that particular code need to be written. Related to log4j.xml, that particular code need to be get written here. Okay. So that how to write that code, we'll look into that. We need to be get provide that code. Creating the XML, we are already knowing, followed with the same steps only. Just need to be get provide that particular respective code here. Okay. After that, what is the next step? Download log4j.jar file to local system and add to project. So as simple as we required in a jar file, need to be get provide the jar file. After that, provide log.info statement in all required functions. We need to be get provide in all required functions here. Okay. After that, configure log4j.xml in all required test cases. So we need to be get provide that log4j. You need to configure log4j.xml in all the required test cases or automation test cases here. What is the last step need to be done? Execute one test case or multiple test cases using testng. Even though you are implementing log4j, execution taken care by testng. Even though you got implemented log4j, execution taken care by testng only. So because considering log4j, what is the use of log4j? Use of log4j to generate log file. We are trying to generate the log file. Because of that, we are performing some step. But execution taken care by testng only. Don't be confused at all. Because of implementing log4j, we are not executing using log4j. Execution taken care by testng only. So according to the requirement, either you can go with executing with single test case or executing with multiple test cases. Nothing but group of test cases. Now let's see that how exactly we can implement all these steps here. So as simple, we are taking with our existing framework. We are not disturbing it. What exactly the existing framework is there, we are not disturbing that particular framework. As simple as we are already done with WebDriver, testng, test suite. WebDriver, what is the use of WebDriver? To develop automation script. What is the use of testng? To generate HTML report. What is the use of test suite? To execute group of test cases. All that features are same. We are not disturbing that particular structure. We are not disturbing that features. That will be continued. Along with that, we are coming up with the new feature of log4j. While working this particular framework, we got global.java. What we are maintaining in global.java? What we are maintaining in global.java? What is it? Test data and objects that will be continued. Then we got general.java. What we are maintaining in general.java? All reusable functions. We are maintaining all reusable functions here. Okay. And then we got taking with test cases, considering the test script. What we are maintaining in test script? Our actual automation test cases. So all that steps will be the same. All that steps will be the same. There is no difference in that. It will be continued on that. Along with that, we are coming up with new steps here. So what is the first step need to be done? To implement log4j, what is the first step? Need to create package followed with the same, taking with package, providing package name, providing package name. What is the package name? com.hrms dot taking with com.hrms dot utility. So com.hrms dot utility. Okay. So that will be taking with that particular package. Package is created. What is the next step? Create new class. Taking with the new and taking with class. What should be the class name? What should be the class name? Log.java. It's mandatory. We need to be get provide the same class name. So we need to be get provide taking with that particular class name, considering that log.java. First you are creating with one particular package. First you are creating with one particular package and then taking care about creating with class. Once class has been created, what is the next step need to be done? Creating with method. What should be the method name? What should be the method name? Info. So we can go with in writing with any of the method. But for now, we are considering that method name is info. And that particular info method also we are considering as a static method, because advantage of static method, advantage of static method, what is it? No need of to create any object. Without creating an object, how we can access the method? Without creating the object, how we are accessing static methods? By using class name here. So that method need to be write it, that will write in the next step. Okay. What is the next step we got? Create XML file. How to create XML file? Right click, new, taking with file. Now we need to provide file name. What should be the XML file name? log4j.xml. It's mandatory to provide the same name. testng.xml. That name can be anything. testng.xml. That name can be anything. But this particular log4j.xml, it's mandatory, need to provide the name is log4j, including capital letter, small letter. You need to provide log4j.xml. Okay. Creating XML file created. What is the next step? You need to provide log4j required code related to log4j, related to log4j, you need to be get provide. Related to log4j, you need to be get provide that particular code. One XML code will be there. You need to be get provide. You need to be get provide this particular code. When you are attending with any interviews, when you are working with any interviews, you will not get any question related to log4j.xml. You may consider fresher level or experience level. There is no chance of asking the question related to XML code of log4j. You may get any questions how to implement log4j, but no one will be asking the question related to this XML code. Because of that, don't worry about what is this XML code. If they want to ask any question, definitely chances are there you will get any questions related to testng.xml. So what is that packages, classes, that syntax, that questions definitely can expect. Log4j, log4j dot xml. No one will be asking the questions. Because of that, don't worry about what exactly that particular code is related to. Just consider you are using that code as part of log4j.xml. When you guys are taking the practice, when you guys are taking with the practice, I'm giving with this particular XML code. If this code is giving an error, if this code is not working or you are getting some error, you can try with another code. I'm just giving with both the things here. First, you can try with the one. If this is not working, if this code is not working, you can try with this particular code. Both the things have been given. When you are providing this particular code, when you are providing this particular code, you need to be very careful. You need to be very careful with capital letters, small letters, that greater than symbol, all that particular things you need to be get more comfortable. So please take care about that particular code here. So this code I'm just providing in the Google Classroom. I'm just providing in the Google Classroom. I'm not directly giving with the code. I'm not directly giving the code. I'm attaching that file. I'm just attaching the file because when you're done with the copy paste, you may miss any of the code. So because of that, I'm just attaching that particular file here. So just be very comfortable when you are providing that particular code here. So need to be get more comfortable when you are providing that particular respective code. Okay. So now we got care
Recording in
about
progress.
the one he will be taking care. While
Recording in progress.
working with while working with Java, we are taking with system dot out dot println. These statements are printing in console. Then we got test ng. Then we got test ng. What is the statement? What is it? Reporter.log. Reporter.log. Okay. These statements printed in HTML report. So one statement we got printing in console. Another statement we got printing in HTML report. Okay. Similar to this, we got log dot info. Log dot info. sorry, wait. Similar to this, you will be taking with log 4j. We got log 4j. That you are writing the statement log dot info log dot info. That you will be taking with the statement getting printed in log file. So one we got Java printf statement, testng printf statement, and log4j printf statement. Still, if you want to understand in a very simple way, these two things.
Recording in progress.
Log.info statement in all required functions, not like mandatory. Whatever the functions you required in that required statement, you can go with log.info according to our framework. According to our framework, we got global.java. What we are maintaining here? Test data and objects. Any functions we got? No, we are not worried. There is no functions here. Okay. Next we got general.java. So what we are maintaining here? What you are maintaining here? All reusable functions. So here we need to be get provide that statement. See here. We are already written system dot out dot println. Where this statement will be printed? Where this statement will be printed? It will be printed in console. If required, we can write one more statement taking with reporter dot log. This will be taking with application open. Wait, this statement will be printed. It will be printed in HTML report. Now you are taking with the statement considering dot log dot info. You are taking with the statement log dot info. This particular statement where it will be printed, where it will be printed, log file. Meaning of the log file, meaning of the log file, printing all execution statements in text file here. So whenever this particular function is executed, this particular statement will be printed in log file here. Now we can see that considering that taking with application open. So according to the requirement, you can go with three printf statement, or you can go with any one printf statement, or you can go with combinations. According to you are comfortable, you can go with any of the printf statement. Okay. Now you can see here that you got I'm writing with the statement log dot info. So here I'm just providing application closed, application closed, taking with login, taking with login, that I'm taking with the statement considering that login completed, login completed. Then you will be taking with logout, then you will be taking with logout. So here you will be taking with the statement that you will be taking with logout completed. Then you will be taking with the statement that you will be considering that entered into frame. And then you will be taking with, and then you will be taking with considering the exit from, exit from frame. And then you will be taking with, you will be taking with considering that add new employee. Not like mandatory dot, not like mandatory dot need to write in all the functions. If you are writing it, whenever that function is executed, you will be able to see that statements are getting printed. So that is what you got mentioned that need to provide log.info statement in all the required functions here. Okay. In our all required functions we got provided. This part is done. What is the next step? What is the next step written? Configure, configure log4j dot xml in all automation test cases or automation scripts or test cases. See that we are taking our automation test cases TC001. Okay. You have to write the statement before creating the object. You need to write the statement. You need to write the statement before creating with object. Let's see that. I'm writing the statement DOM configurator, DOM configurator, dot dot configure, DOM configurator dot configure. So that will be providing, that you are providing log4j dot XML, log4j dot XML. That means you are configuring log4j dot XML. By that, whenever your program is executing, whenever your program is executing, it will go with referring log4j.xml is available or not. Once that XML file is available, then it will continue that particular respective steps here. So that is what you will be mentioning that DOM configurator dot configure. Not like one test case. Whatever the test cases are there, you need to be get provide in all the test cases. You need to be get provide in all the test cases. So that you will be taking with writing the statement. What is the statement you will write? DOM configurator. Okay. Dot configure, DOM configurator dot configure taking with log4j dot XML. So whatever automation scripts are there, in each and every particular automation script need to be get provided. So this is what you are taking with the steps to be followed to implement with log4j. Once you done with all the steps, then you have to go with execution. Execution need to be done by Execution need to be done by testng. Even though you implemented log4j, execution need to be done by testng only. But as you return the code related to the log4j, you will be able to see that log file has been created. Let's see here. I'm taking only one test case, individual test case, taking with run as. What is option? What is option? Test ng test. Now you can see here, if I'm executing, as I'm executing with the test ng, it will generate HTML reports. At the same time, we done the code related to log4j. Log file also generated. So you are maintaining HTML reports and maintaining log file here. Now we can see here. It is giving HTML report, testng results. Run will be the one, pass will be the one. Why it is giving run will be the one? We got only one test case, one at a test here. Now, we got that HTML report. Apart from that, what we record? No, apart from testing results, what need to be generated? Log file. We implemented log4j code. Log file need to be generated. Is there any file of log file here? No. What we will do? No. Take the right click. What we will do? Refresh. Okay. What is the file we got? Log file dot log, the text file. Now, what is the meaning of log file? Meaning of log file. Printing all execution statements in text file. See that. See the advantage of log file. So if I just open, you got all execution statements. So whatever the statements it got executed, you are able to see in printing all that particular statement. Considering this advantage of this log file, what is advantage of this log file? What is that? Printing? Apart from that, date, date and time here. When you refer your test ng, HTML reports, there is no date and time. We cannot understand at what particular date and what particular time it got executed. So the main advantage of log file, providing timestamp, providing timestamp for each and every particular step. When it has been executed, it will be giving with date and then providing time also. So that is what one major advantage to get implementing with log4j or consider log file. So the advantage of log file in providing with timestamp. That is one advantage. Another advantage, another advantage is when you are working with test ng. When you are working with the test ng, what is the folder it is creating? What is the folder it is creating? Test output. When you're working with the test ng, it is creating with the folder of test output. Consider that the same program you are executing for 10 times. Then how many folders it will create? 10 folders or one folder? You are working test ng. When you executed any program of test ng, it has to create the folder of test-output. Now consider that the same program you got executed for 10 times. If you execute the same program for 10 times, is that it will create 10 folders or one folder? 10 folders or one folder? Why one folder? Why one folder? As part of execution, it has to create that folder. As you executed for 10 times, 10 folders need to be created, right? Then why one folder? It is creating 10 folders. It is creating 10 folders. The problem is, what is the folder name? Folder name. Test-output. The folder name is test-output. Every time it will go with the same name. Because of that, your previous results got overwriting with latest results here. I mean, whatever the latest results are there, that results has been replaced by your existing results. Because of that, you are able to see only one folder of test-output. That means while working with the test ng, you are able to maintain only current results, not able to maintain previous results. But while working log4j, let me run once again. I'm executing test suite. You can go with individual test case or you can go with test suite. I'm executing this particular test suite. Now we can see that your previous results will be there and latest results also will be there. Only one log file, only one log file only. In that particular log file, it will maintain. In that particular log file, it will maintain all the results. How many times it got executed? How many times it got executed? It will maintain all that results here. Now we can see that. What is the test run you got? 2. Passes? 2. Okay. Let me go with log file. Only one log file only. Now we can see. These are your previous results and these are considered as your current results. So how many times it got executed? How many times it got executed? You will be able to see all that particular results. Considering the first advantage, timestamp. Second advantage, maintaining current results and previous results. So this is what he will be taking. This is what he will be taking with need to be get go with. This is what need to be get taking with considering that having this particular log4j. This is how according to our project requirement we need to be get implementing with all the required features. So one we got WebDriver and then taking with TestNG and then taking with this particular test suite and taking with log4j. Continued with the same, continued with the same. We need to be get implement with one more future. What is that future? Taking with Jenkins. So just have a heading is Jenkins. So tomorrow we'll get started with the Jenkins and after that we'll be taking with GitHub. So with GitHub, we are stopping with our framework and then we'll be taking with POM framework. So it's not like frameworks will be completed. As part of our requirement, we are stopping it. When you work with real time, there is no concept of frameworks has been stopped it. According to the requirement, we can go with all that particular enhancements here. So for now, we are taking care about in implementing with all these particular features. So that will be taking with having this particular Jenkins. So that will be getting started here. So after that, we'll go with GitHub and after that we'll be taking with POM. So that will complete with other frameworks here. And after that, we have to go with Maven, Cucumber, Sikoli, Auto IT. With that, your functional testing will be completed. And then we have to go with API testing, database testing, performance testing. And after that, interview questions discussion, and finally, resume session. Still, it will take some time. It will not be completed. So still it will take some time. Having a plans according to that here. So we need to be get have lot of new concepts, lot of new things need to be discussed. Everything will be done. It's not like we'll be skipping any of the concept. All the concepts will be covered. Having a plan according to that and see that please be available shop by 7:30. So from tomorrow, please be available shop by 7:30, including online students also. Including online students also, please be available shop by 7:30. So by that we can complete it on time. Having a plan according to that. Okay. So still it will take a time. Still it will take a time. The target is Feb 20th. February 20th. Okay. That is what the target. We'll see how it will be done. Uh-huh. 20th February, that is what the target I consider. 20. Okay, 20, that is what the target. It's not like a target, that is what I'm considering it. But let's see how it will be done. So have a plans according to that. Okay, so I can understand 3 months is done. 3 months done, huh? 3 months plus 1 week also done. Uh-huh. 3 months plus 1 week is already done. But we need to go with all the concepts. It's not like I'll be ignoring or I'll be skipping any of the concepts. All the concepts will be covered. So don't worry like it got delayed it because we have to go with all the concepts need to be done. Okay. So have any plans according to that. Please take the practice. Please be available shop by 7:30. Okay. Carry on. Thank you.